Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, have you ever considered if you should use chamois cream or not? If you have, this is exactly the video just for you. Right, so I've just completed a hot and sticky 20 miler on my bike. However, I didn't have the Strava running, so it just doesn't count, right? Them is the rules. But it did get me thinking, well, I wonder if anybody else has thought, should I bother with chamois cream or should I not? And that's why I've decided to put this video together, to go into a bit of if you need chamois cream, how to apply it, its origin, and perhaps some of the brands that you can use. Alright then, so chamois cream. This video is not about what it is. I think we kind of all know what it is, hence why you've landed on this video in the first place. It really is a question of should you use it or should you not use it. Now, clearly it's a moisturiser, it stops chafing, but is it applicable for you to use or not? For me, that was a big question, a bit of a funny question, a bit of a question that floats the cycling community, and in particular non-cyclists who like to poke fun at cyclists who use chamois, thinking it's all a bit strange and peculiar. In essence, it is that moisturiser. It does stop that chafing. It is butter for your balls and bums, dare I say, and it stops saddle soreness if you do tend to suffer from it. Prevents it, I should say. Ladies as well, it's not just for the men, the big grizzly blokes. Ladies can benefit by using chamois cream as well, and one particular brand, buttercream, I think, the one in the yellow and purple tube, actually do one with a special balance of pH levels, which the lady cyclists in the community can apply to themselves. So the big question, should you use it or not? Well, to answer that question, let me explain my situation and how I went about making the decision to use chamois cream. In the UK, where I live, we get it all. Sometimes we get 4 seasons in just 4 hours. What's the weather got to do for me with the use of chamois cream? Well, what I've noticed is certainly when my bib shorts do tend to get wet, I guess the absorption of the water maybe makes them tiny bit bigger, I guess, and then that starts to chafe the inside of my legs in particular. In particular, perhaps where the chamois of the bib shorts is attached to those bib shorts, in particular where the stitching is as well. Now, that isn't not necessarily a problem for me over short distances. Over longer distances, I have noticed when that has happened in the wet, a little bit of chafing. Now, why this is relevant and important will come clear a little bit later on. The other thing I've noticed is when I've had less quality shorts, again, that stitching of where the chamois is on the bib shorts has started to irritate parts of my gentleman area, let's say. Right then, just quickly, do you want some interesting facts about chamois cream and how it came about? Right, so here we go. When cyclists first started doing cycling, Tour de France and all that kind of stuff, they didn't have, certainly they didn't have synthetic chamois in the bib shorts. They just wore just normal kind of shorts. So the riders, to help comfort, used to pop down there dirty great big stakes, and what they found is that it moulded to their anatomy and the saddle, and certainly helped the endurance of the event. Fast forward a couple of years, and then soft sheepskin was stitched into those shorts, and that was nice and soft, nice and smooth. However, when those shorts were washed, they became very harsh indeed. And what the cyclists used to do was put udder cream all over the chamois in the shorts. So, you know, udder cream from cows, bovine animals, and that's all chamois cream kind of really is, just a bit jazzed up from them. Fast forward to the modern era, of course, you've got ta-da and ta-da, chamois cream that goes into the synthetic chamois. Anyway, there you go. Let's carry on with the rest of the video to see whether you should use it or should not use it. Right then, so how do you use chamois cream? Well, I guess in some respects it depends on the type of chamois cream that you've actually got, right? Brands of chamois creams that come in tubs, and there are brands of chamois creams that come in tubes, squeezy tubes. And that kind of does depend or drive how you actually use the chamois cream to a lesser extent. Now, the cream I particularly use is this one here. Ta-da! No plug here, but if you are watching Chamois Buttr, yeah, send us some more. That'd be grand. Thanks very much. This is the one I started to use, and incidentally, this is the one where I said in earlier on in the video there is a special pH balanced one for the ladies. This company do the ladies one as well. So any ladies that are watching and that floated your boat. Kinky. It's this company that do it. I think they actually do a more minty one for the men as well. I think it makes it tingle and feel fresher, I think. Maybe I'll get some pictures and bang them up. Anyway, getting back to the point. So how do I use it? Two ways really. Firstly, pop it open, squirt it on my finger, and then I rub it around the chamois in the bib shorts, paying particular attention to the touch points that I know I touch when I sit down on my saddle. I also religiously squeeze a bit out and run it around the edge, the entire edge of the chamois on the bib shorts as well, because like I also said at the beginning or during the beginning of this video, that stitching can irritate me, so that certainly helps that. And finally, I also get a bit, and I don't go rummaging around or anything daft like that, but I rub a bit. I don't know the best place to explain, but certainly at the top part of where where my thighs are, and just moving the plums to one side, and maybe on one side of the plum sack and the other side of the plum sack as well, right? So now, of the other chamois creams, the ones that comes in tubs, there is a tendency sometimes to do the old smear it and then double dip. That can't be clever, particularly if you are applying the chamois cream directly to some of your sensitive areas of the body, and then have to go in for a double dive, a double dip. I wouldn't recommend that, primarily on the grounds of hygiene, I guess. Really, I'm not a scientist. I don't know if that's actually factually or scientifically correct, but for me, if you're putting your finger in the cream and then applying it around some areas and then putting your finger back in the same cream, is that the right thing to do? I don't know. Similarly and equally, if you're sharing chamois cream from somebody else's tub, whoa, I wouldn't do that if I was you. So, right then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. So there you go. Yes, I use it. Should you use it? Well, I think I'd recommend you use it depending on the type of cycling that you're going to do. If you're going to do crazy endurance cycle rides, 80, 90 miles constantly, whatever, that type of thing, then why wouldn't you? Far better to be safe than sorry, but of course it is a personal choice. Hopefully you've seen how I've come to conclude that I need to use it, and maybe you can draw the same conclusions or your own conclusions by analysing your own riding habits. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it really useful and a bit informative and a bit daft. If you like the video, please like it, and do me a big favour if you're feeling really generous, subscribe to the channel. That'd be really fan-dabby-dozy. Right, we'll leave it there. I've waffled enough. Average bloke in a cupboard. Thanks for watching. Take care. Look forward to seeing you soon upon this channel. Cheers everybody.